Good morning, October 2nd, 2022, crude oil. Looking at the weekly chart, this is the structure I put on there 90 days ago when this 2 topped right here. And last week we finally came down and hit the 200. So this entire structure as seen on the weekly is complete. I'm not saying it is complete. I'm not saying there's not any more downside to come. I'm just saying this structure is complete. The technicals are bearish still. Look at the squeeze, the TTM tool, the histogram still coming down on the weekly. But this is reasonable to expect this to be either done already or soon to be done, just based on the way this tool works. RSI clearly bearish, MACD clearly bearish. So you can see these levels for yourself. Personally, the way we've been learning from Avi is look at the substructure. So yeah, how do you know if this structure is really done? Just because this hit like really well, does that mean it's done? Well, we'd have to drill down and look at the substructure. So we'll get to that in a second. So looking at the daily, it's still below the falling 21, right? It popped above it here, got everybody all geeked up on the bull side, but then it gave it all back. That was $20 ago. So here we are. Is the bottom in, and this is 5 up, and now it's getting a retrace, and we're about to blast off? Maybe, but just taking this at face value, this is a different structure than what's seen on the weekly. And if this is 5 down with a nice bounce, then you've got another 1, 2 here. So giving you one more low, which could realistically be somewhere down here. 70 wouldn't be unusual, right? Just based on this structure as seen on the daily. So that's another $9. Call it $10 to the downside. I don't know. Okay, let's go 4 hour. Not much to see here. I mean, I measure things differently on different time frames because it really all depends on where you put the tool. But on this 4 hour, I've got a downside pivot here that really worked well. But the issue I have with my account on the 4 hour is this would be the bottom of wave 3, which means this bounce should have been much bigger. So I'm really not loving this count. I prefer the count on the daily. Going down one more level to the 1 hour, I do have again a different, slightly even more bearish count as seen on the 1 hour. And this did hold this downside pivot, which means to get a wave 3 off of this 1, 2 would put you down at 71.50. And then you get another bounce to be contained up here. And then you get a final shove down to 67. But honestly, it's at the point now where it's very close to bottoming, right? I mean, is $10 close to bottoming? You tell me. But I mean, considering we've been at this for 3 months, if it's only maybe another 2 weeks and it could be done, or it's done now. But here's the case why I don't think it's done. And Avi alluded to this in his USO update, and that is this structure. If this is 5 up off of this low, 76.35, if that's really the low, this wave 5 is seriously lacking. I mean, yeah, it did come up to the 200 fib off of this 1, 2. And this does kind of look like a 3, and it did come up very nicely. And even the 4 is really nice. Where this, look at these price levels here. This is perfection. I mean, it hit the resistance, ideal resistance, boom, almost at a penny. Then it comes down, but then it creates kind of like a 5 up, and then a corrective retrace. And then this does kind of look like a wave 3. Up to here, just exceeding the 1618. This is really nice looking pinball, but then until it gets to this wave 5 and it all just falls apart. And so, but who cares about that, right? Let's just keep it simple and look at the fibs. So, it's real simple. Either this is going to keep coming. This is really a great set of parameters right here as seen on the 15-minute. Above 82, and something else is at play here. Maybe this is 3 up and maybe this is the 4. Although I don't even like that either. But if this keeps coming up higher, maybe this is the... Anyway, I'm just speculating here, so who cares? The main thing is I'm still short 82.92. And, what I'd want to see is just keep coming and do not make a new high. Do not get above 82 and absolutely lose this pivot right here. Absolutely. So if you're a bear, you want to see it come back down through this pivot. You don't want to see it go back up above 82. And then ultimately, you want to see it come back through here, and you want to see it actually lose even this structure all the way back down. That's what I got. Okay, good luck. See ya.